Hello traders and welcome to the SMC Trader. Today I will be going through a strategy that combines the 1 hour time frame with the 1 minute time frame for entries, and it is a strategy that I went through on my main channel ChrisFX, but now I'm gonna show it one more time and we are gonna go ahead and do some backtesting as well. So in this channel, the SMC Trader, we are gonna be backtesting the very same strategies that I'm showing on my main channel ChrisFX. Let's now begin with the basics of the strategy and then we're gonna go ahead and do backtesting together. So here I have the part, the image, let's say, or screenshot that you also see in the thumbnail. And if we suppose that this is the 1 hour time frame right here, okay, this is the 1 hour time frame, what I want to see is for price to get into a fair value gap of the 1 hour time frame. In this occasion, as in the drawing, here was, let's say, my fair value gap, this blue zone. Once this happens, once price is getting back into this 1 hour area, then all I'm doing, I'm scaling down within this blue zone of the hourly fair value gap. I'm scaling down to the 1 minute time frame. Now, on the 1 minute time frame, it is very simple what I want to see, guys. I want to see something like that. So pay close attention to this fair value gap on the left. Forget about this one on the right for the moment. Okay, pay very close attention to this one exactly right here. All I want to see within this area, so this drawing of the 1 minute is happening within the 1 hour FVG, is something like that, a push down which created this fair value gap and then a violation of this fair value gap, which means that the body of a candlestick needs to violate this fair value gap. And what I want to show you furthermore, let me go ahead a little bit and increase this thing, make it a little bit larger for you to be able to see it better. And what else I want to say is that when price is reaching back into here, I don't want to see a candlestick which is rejecting with a wick, a large wick like that, let's say, inside this area. So basically what I want to see is a candlestick which penetrates this area and closes with a body above it, or maybe two candlesticks will do it as well, two candlesticks would do it as well inside this area. But what I don't want to see is a candlestick which is coming back here and then it is reacting. Okay, so it's leaving a wick on a lower time frame. This wick will be some form of reaction. So when I see that, I will be taking the trade instantly, guys. Okay, I will be taking the trade instantly right here with a stop loss. You can do it right below the area, or better, as I'm gonna do it in the backtesting later on, right below the low of this area, and you can target either other areas of liquidity or a fixed, let's say 2 to 1 or whatever you want to target. Now that we have explained all of those things, let's go ahead and do our backtesting. If you want to check out the original video, go to my other channel, ChrisFX, where I'm showing some examples also on the TradingView platform. But in this instance, I'm gonna be using naked markets and I'm gonna be starting a new backtesting session, which I'm gonna name Euro US dollar 1 hour with 1 hour FVG, let's say, with 1 minute entry. And we will suppose that we have a capital of $10,000. By the way, if you want to get this software with a $20 discount, I have also the link down in the description. This is called Naked Markets. It is an exceptional software, as you will see. So I will create a new backtest on Euro US dollar and we will start this backtesting session. Let's go ahead and say that I want to start at 2023. And let's go randomly, as I'm doing my mouse like that, let's go to March and let's start from the 1st of March 2023. Then I'm gonna click next and I'm gonna select GMT -5 as my time zone. You can also check out the forward test only, but I will leave it as it is, and I will use a real spread as well. This is an exceptional software, guys. Go ahead and purchase it by clicking on the link down in the description and get your discount as well. I will click on finish, and here we are. I will go ahead to my settings and I will take my default template, which is the very same one that I'm using also on the TradingView platform. We are just gonna go ahead and go to the hourly time frame, and if you remember, I was trading this strategy without any discretion, so here we're gonna go ahead and check out the very same thing. I will say that in this occasion right here, I see a couple of things. Generally speaking, we are moving towards the downside from the hourly time frame, so I'm not gonna overcomplicate it with daily biases, etc. But if you want to check out those things, go ahead and join the academy right now. It is the best choice that you can do, or the mentoring where I can teach you a bunch of stuff. So here we will go ahead and we will say that on the hourly time frame, I do have a fair value gap all the way down here. Okay, there is a fair value gap here, a little bit closer to this area, like that, and I will proceed accordingly. I will scale down to a lower time frame because I don't wanna miss the move. Okay, and we will go ahead and go forward and forward and forward. Okay, now that we're moving towards the upside, I'm gonna check if there is another fair value gap. I do have another fair value gap, and the fair value gap in this occasion is, let me zoom in, this area. This is why this is a little bit stuck. This area that I see exactly right here. This is my other fair value gap. I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna highlight this one as well. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be moving forward. And as you can see, we do have yet another fair value gap, of course, which is this one exactly right here. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight all of the fair value gaps, but at the very same time, I'm gonna check out if there is anything to the left on the hourly time frame. I don't see anything to the left, so I'm just going ahead highlighting every single FVG that is being created without checking anything else. And now hopefully we're gonna be seeing a retracement at some point. Still, I don't see such thing. We know that we have created liquidity now. In this occasion, guys, we have created liquidity below this area right here. So there is a high probability that we're gonna go ahead and come down and get into this fair value gap. Now, what I can do, I can say that since I'm expecting for us to go down to one of these fair value gaps, it is also very possible, I will zoom in for that, it is also extremely possible that we will go ahead and enter one of these zones right here, because I'm expecting for price to go lower and tap on one of these FVGs all the way down here. So I'm gonna extend them a little bit more. I'm gonna do some examples here for you guys dynamically. Of course, I haven't seen those examples. And I will say that I also have this one, this fair value gap above this one of the hourly time frame. So once we make it back into these areas, whichever one of these areas, we will be scaling down to the 1 minute time frame. I know now that I have another FVG right here, which I could probably use, but I will not do that because this is not the best thing that you can trade on a discount area to sell. So I'm gonna be waiting for a retracement deeper into this area. And now when this happens, as it happened, I will scale down to the 1 minute time frame, guys. What did I say beforehand? On the 1 minute time frame, which is the area that if I see it getting violated, I'm gonna be entering. And if you recall, let me delete this thing. If you recall, it would be this fair value gap right here. So if I close above it with a body, I will be willing to take the trade instantly on the 1 minute time frame, guys. So let's go ahead and see. Okay, still we don't have anything, and I'm gonna be moving forward. This is not the price action that I'm looking to trade, but if I see a grab of liquidity below it, here as an example, this has already happened. Look, do you see that? Right here, this one has been violated. So if I'm to trade the strategy blindly, let's say, totally blindly, I could now go ahead and enter the trade as it is. At the very same time, I understand that I'm building liquidity below those areas right here. So I'm gonna be moving a little bit forward. There you go. Let me see. Okay, are we breaking below the area? So I'm using a little bit of discretion, and in this occasion, since we broke and we grabbed the liquidity below this area, and we also, what did we do, guys? We did violate this FVG right here. Of course, you will tell me this was tested, so it is not the one that we are looking for. I said that when we do have wicks like that testing it, then we do not enter, so forget about it, guys. We will be continuing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now here we will enter. We would enter right here actually. Let's go one step backwards. Here, guys, this one, as we see it, if I go to the hourly again, it is a wick or just a candlestick that broke below, and now another one which is retracing. Yes, I can see there is huge bearish pressure, and I would prefer for it to have been a wick. Nonetheless, we will go ahead and we will enter, as I said in the previous video, which I also showed on ChrisFX. And here, why are we going to be entering? We are going to be entering because we violated this fair value gap and we broke above it with a body of the 1 minute time frame, 1 minute candlestick body. Okay, this is now the 1 minute time frame. So you can go ahead and say new instant order. I'm gonna be risking 1% just for the back testing, and it is very easy to place your stop loss. Go ahead and purchase this beautiful, absolutely fantastic software, which you will not regret, guys. Trust me. Take profit. As I said, you can go for areas of liquidity such as this area right here. You can risk 1% of your trade, and of course you can go ahead and buy it as it is. Okay, this is a buy. Now the thing is, excuse me about that, I have used real spreads, as you see. So by using real spreads, I am activated all the way up here. I'm not activated exactly right here. I could be manipulating price for you, and I could be entering exactly right here, but I used real spreads. Now on the bottom right here, you see the profit. Okay, you will be able to see the profit. We do have, let's go ahead and check it out. Let's move a little bit forward. Okay, there you go. Here the growth of the account you can see on the bottom right. I will be moving forward, guys. Okay, there you go. Now we have way better. Did I go ahead and did I risk 1% or did I risk way more? Actually, I think, guys, let me go ahead and check it out. I think I went ahead and I risked way more than normal. If I go to trading a new instant order, no, the risk was 1%. Okay, so yeah, guys, if I go to the deposit right here, you see that I chose 100k and not 10k that I was imagining. That's why I saw all of this profit and I was like, what is going on? But everything is fine. We have won 1.22% or $1,215 right here. What I can do in this occasion, I can go ahead and say that I will either go for a fixed 2-to-1 reward to risk, which will be all the way up here, or I can go ahead and close partials and target even more after that. And I will be going and I will be letting the position to hit my take profit over there for a little bit more than 2-to-1 reward to risk. So let's move forward, and there you go, guys. We did hit our profit. So now if I go to the summary, right here, we might see the growth of the account. There you go, average profit $2,000, maximum winning trade, it is right here, and we have one trade. So if I go back over here now and I go to statistics, statistical center, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful software, we can go ahead and first of all save this one, save this backtest as this one, and then you can go ahead, besides the fact that you can see here on the bottom of my screen, you can see exactly the profit and the loss. We have gained 2.14% on this account with a deposit of 100,000. You can go ahead to the statistical center right here and say source, import from backtest, and since you have saved this one, go ahead and choose this one. And you will be able to see exactly the trades that you have taken, the winning percentage, and everything else, guys. Close this one, go back to the hourly time frame, and we continue with our back testing. Now, I will move forward, and this is very good that we close the trade at this point of liquidity, and I will be expecting price to enter my new zone. I will already scale down to the 1 minute time frame, and I will be expecting for price to get into this zone. Okay, now if I am to do the very same thing right here, let me go back one step backwards. I should be entering exactly right here, guys. Why? Without any discretion, okay, without any bias, which you can find in the academy. The biases you can find there. Over here, we penetrated this one, okay, this FVG. So I'm gonna go ahead and say trading new instant order. I'm gonna be saying that I want to buy, and I want the stop loss to be right below this area. And regarding the take profit, since this one is 5 pips, I will go for a fixed 2 to 1. I want my profit to be 10 pips, and I will buy instantly. At the very same time, my stop loss is not placed, so one moment, 5 pip stop loss, modify right here, the entry is right here. You can look on the bottom right of the screen for the profit and the loss. Hopefully we go ahead and hit our target as well. I don't see it happening, so here we go, we did get stopped out. Now I proceed and I can see that we don't have any other trades. Now the profit and loss right here, I don't know why it reduced only by this amount. I will go to the statistics one more time, to the statistical center, and I will say import from backtesting. And this is the backtesting right here. Let me save it first, save backtest, and then go ahead and do it again. Statistical center, sources, import from backtest, and this is the one. Okay, here we can see 2 trades, and we have lost one of the trades right here. Hopefully I placed the correct risk on every single trade. It doesn't matter, we continue, we go to the hourly time frame, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this backtesting. I am trying to be cautious regarding my moves because I have not watched these examples. I have not seen those examples in the past. Here we do not fulfill any of these things, and okay, now guys, I will be taking this one. Why? It might have penetrated this, but as you can see, okay, we closed with a body a little bit below. This strategy is very different to the strategies that I'm teaching. This will qualify. It happened around the area of the hourly FVG, and here we have the 1 minute FVG, which got broken by a body of a candlestick. Of course, you can go ahead and place pending orders. In this occasion, I will go ahead and say new instant order. We'll go ahead, risk 1% with a stop loss right below this area, which is how many pips? 10 pips, and I take profit. Well, this is a little bit tricky. We can go for a little bit less, or we can go for all the way, again the same thing happened guys, all the way at 20 pips over here, and we can buy instantly. I will consider probably closing the trade here if it comes up to this FVG, but we will see what is gonna happen. There you go, we are into the trade. Okay, now we have almost already hit the one-to-one. You see profit down here, you see the circle of my mouse on the bottom right of the screen, it says 716. I cannot close the trade here because we will be ruining our RR, so we will be continuing. Okay, beautiful. Now you see we are in a profit of 1400 guys. If we believe in this occasion that we are to close the trade and win it, we can do that as well, but we can also say that we can go for the liquidity, but we have to have a very large stomach for this thing because price might never go there. But you see eventually we go ahead and we hit the target and we have a growth of almost 4%. This is quite spectacular, I can say. Now regarding the history of the trades, let me go ahead and see, remove drawings, trade. Well, leave the history as it is. I will find a way to remove it. I haven't backtested in a while, but I can see that this one is very, very powerful. Now, at the very same time, right here, I can say, let me see, that I am inside a fair value gap again of the hourly. Now, the bias, of course, is going to play a huge role overall speaking, but you can also go ahead and say that I don't care about bias, let's say, and I will be trading every single thing such as this one when I see it. So I scale down to the 1 minute. If I see the very same thing here, I'm gonna be taking the trade as well. This does not qualify, of course guys. I wanna see another grab of liquidity because theoretically the last point that got broken, if we were to enter it, would be this point all the way down there, or if we want to be very, very technical, it would be below this low right here. So if you were to enter, you could be entering from this low when this low is getting broken. But I said, when you see reactions, do not take the trade. So in this occasion, we will not be taking the trade. Okay, and I will be going back to the hourly time frame to see if we will have another trade later on. Let me minimize those areas and let me move forward. Yeah, you will see that even that, which would constitute a totally different strategy, even there we would have gone. Now we are within this hourly fair value gap. What do we do here? From this rectangle that we have, we want to see this getting violated on the 1 minute. We do have it violated, so you know the deal. We go and we say trading new instant order, let's do something like that, and then we do say I want to risk 1% in this occasion with a stop loss right below this area right there, which is how many pips? 5 pips again, and I want a take profit of at least 2 to 1, which is gonna be this liquidity. Let's do it 10 pips exactly, and I am buying. And this is realistic buying because it takes into account, guys, the spreads. You see here, the spreads are taken into account. The profit, we start with a minus 135 on the bottom right of the screen. And there we go. Wow, not yet out. Oh my God. And this is realistic, by the way. This is absolutely realistic. So if this wins, that will be dope. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I have not seen those examples beforehand. It is crazy. We have a 6.29% win in the account just by applying this extremely oversimplified strategy. And you see how many trades we have taken here. I see that we have a small FVG right here now. Okay, this is not using right here any bias. As you can see, I have a small FVG right here. This has not finished, so excuse me about that. Okay, the candlestick was not finished. I will keep moving forward, and if we create new FVGs, as in this occasion, over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and save this backtest. This is going fantastically because I'm gonna be continuing this backtesting, of course. Here we have another fair value gap. Will we go back to this FVG? Yes, we did. Let's check out the 1 minute time frame, guys. So now, if I was to enter a trade, this right here should be violated with a candlestick without a single reaction. This is not exactly what I want to see, so I'm not gonna be entering, unfortunately. If it works, it does work. I don't care. But as you see, it does not work. If we grab liquidity and we see a break with the body, then I will be considering entering a trade. So let me go ahead and move a little bit forward. Okay, let's go to a higher time frame, to the hourly time frame again. And let's continue there. You see, this would have worked out as well. This is fantastic, actually, how simple trading can be. You don't need fancy stuff in order to trade successfully. Here we have broken below those areas down here. We have also created a fair value gap over here. If we get right back into the fair value gap of the hourly time frame, I will be looking to take the trade. Here, even though in a premium I said this strategy is not looking at bias or anything else, if you want to learn more about those things and increase the probabilities of winning these trades even more, then go ahead and enroll in the academy. But let me see if I missed the trade. No, I didn't. Actually, I have not missed any trade right here. This is from Friday to Monday, I'm pretty sure. So we forget about this one. Right here, I keep moving forward. Okay, another fair value gap, guys. Let's go ahead and extend those to the right first of all. And let's go ahead and say that I have another fair value gap, which is this one exactly right here. Let's scale down to the 1 minute and let's expect to see if price is gonna come back into the area. I will go to the 15 minute to be a little bit quicker. There you go. We are within the area and we have the trade also. Look, already on the 1 minute, we did violate this fair value gap. Actually, no, because we had a reaction. Since we had a reaction, I cannot take this trade. I said we don't want to see any reactions. If you recall, we don't want to see any reactions with wicks. We just want to see bodies penetrating the FVG. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead now and delete all of those things, and we will disregard this entry right here. But if it breaks below the area and it gives another opportunity, such as in this occasion, no, it didn't. Again, we have a rejection in there. So we keep moving forward. Let's go to the hourly to go a little bit quicker, actually. Okay, this one, let me go back in time one step. This one, we might have something down here. No, we don't. Okay, we don't have anything down there. So let's move forward. And now that we are entering the other FVG, let's check out for something. No, this area is way too low, and we also had reactions. So I go back to the hourly time frame. I'm gonna do one more example. I'm not gonna overdo it with the examples. I will leave some of the backtesting for you as well, guys. I'm just showing you this amazing software, which is Naked Markets. You can get 20 discount if you click on the link that I have down in the description. And of course, go ahead and enroll in my precious, unique trading programs that you have not seen anywhere beforehand. And I have 0 dissatisfied customers, guys. Those of you who were willing to learn or who are willing to learn, never ever leave or never left a negative comment. Okay, let's go ahead and proceed. I'm trying to see, these down here should be violated, but we see that we reacted with wicks. So you see, we had the rejections first, so we are not using this one. We are moving forward, and hopefully we're gonna go ahead and tap on this FVG. Beautiful. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky. It is a little bit tricky because it is not going exactly with my rules. I'm not gonna take it, but I want to tell you that this is the FVG that should be violated. It is not actually violated, so I'm not gonna be taking the trade. Yeah, let's proceed. I wanna do one more example actually. Okay, nice. Let's delete those ones because now we are not gonna be using them. And let's delete this one as well. Go ahead and save the backtest and then say that we do have an hourly fair value gap exactly right here. Okay. And we can expect for price, now we have many more fair value gaps. Let me zoom out. Okay. We are only gonna be trading fair value gaps with this one, not the breaks above swing highs or swing lows or otherwise grabs of liquidity. We are just gonna trade every single FVG, okay? Down to the 1 minute, you know the deal, even if it penetrates a little bit. Here we have reactions with wicks, so we are not gonna be taking this one. Okay, this is not gonna do it. We are going back to the hourly time frame and we are saying now that, guys, since we had this grab of liquidity, from here, we might actually be retracing at least until those FVGs. And if we are to retrace from somewhere, then this bearish FVG could be a point of interest. Actually, it was this FVG right here. And you know the deal, I'm going down to the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, this is beautiful. If now we violate this FVG, where is it? This FVG. If we violate it with a body, okay, now we delete this one. I move forward and forward. I don't have anything here. So I'm deleting this area. And here I have a tiny FVG, I can say, which is this one right here. Let's see if we have a reaction from this one even. Okay, 1 minute time frame. We go ahead and we move forward. Here, if we violate this 1 minute FVG, we'll still enter. This again, I can tell you that we didn't violate it instantly, but we did reject with a wick. This is a very tricky example, so I'm not gonna enter it. Again, I will be following the rules to the pip, but if you were to say that I'm gonna enter this one, you would be entering from here with a stop loss right below, so you would have won this trade. You see, this is raw backtesting, but from the 2nd until the 6th of March, we didn't have any single trade, but in 1 day here we made 6.2%, okay, which I know those are not enough trades to judge if this strategy is good or if it is bad, but we have an indication and you can go ahead and also do your own backtesting. This is how the graph looks, of course, in only 4 trades, and we have made $6,300, which is an oversimplified strategy. I showed you also more examples on the other video, and we can go ahead and do such backtesting also with the community. Go ahead and enroll in the academy, in the trading signals, and in the mentorship. Subscribe to the SMC Trader for more educational content and more backtesting, because this channel is going to be backtesting the strategies from ChrisFX's main channel. And of course, go ahead to the main channel ChrisFX and subscribe there as well. This is gonna do it for today, traders. The SMC Trader signing out.